Oh, Mom.
Mom, now that Dad isn't watching.
Oh, Martin.
Was that a flask, Mom?
Flask? Don't be ridiculous.
Look, it's okay, Mom. Get a hold of yourself.
Oh, your father's right. I'm backsliding. But it's been so hard, what with your brother and sister leaving, and then your father getting obsessed with his monitors, and
Oh, poor Lorraine. Don't worry, I'll
Let me take
fix
care
it,
of the
Mom.
flask. Dad doesn't have to know anything about it.
Oh, thank you, sweetheart. I couldn't bear the thought of facing your father over this.
I'll take care of this. Yoink.
This timeline sucks. Mom and Dad are fighting again. Mom's drinking. It's like everything Doc and I ever did to fix things is falling apart. Time to
Right.
get some attention.
I always wondered the morality of the Back to the Future, you know, the first movie, because, like, it's one of those things where, yeah, Marty ended up getting a much better life, and his family had a much better life. Like, his mom stopped drinking, and then and his brother and sister ended up making something good for themselves. But he changed the timeline. So there's, I don't know, like, there's a question of whether or not that was morally right for him to do. But we're rooting for Marty, so it's okay. We're allowed to look past those things. Hey, Officer Parker.
Hands up, citizen. Assume the position.
Here goes nothing.
There better be apple juice in this.
Not at all.
Why don't you open it and find out?
Don't get smart with me. I knew you were no good, McFly.
Officer Parker, what seems to be the problem here?
Citizen McFly, ma'am. Came strolling up with a 181B violation in his pocket.
Ugh! You, young citizen, where did you get that booze?
Nowhere?
Is he being smart with me?
Yeah, he played that attitude on me as well.
Could we just fast forward the lecture and just get this over with already?
Officer,
He poked me
demerit
again.
him severely. And as for the alcohol, drop it into the recycling bin.
With pleasure, ma'am. Now, keep your nose clean, or you'll find yourself in front of Citizen Brown.
I think I've got enough demerits for that.
McFly!
Oh, you're talking to me now?
Hey, Jennifer. Are you still angry with me?
Angry? Nah. The threat of being Citizen Plus was worth it just to see my dad's veins go all purple like that.
Great, because I gotta go.
Geez, Martin, what's gotten into you? Booze, dogs, necking in public? It's like you're a different guy today. A way cooler guy.
I know this is gonna be hard to believe, but I'm the same guy I've always been. It's everyone else who's messed up. And stop calling me Martin. It's Marty.
Well, Marty, what's next on the agenda? Knocking over banks?
Maybe. What's a guy gotta do to get in trouble around here?
I think you're about to find out.
You, citizen.
Get out of here, Jen.
Not a problem.
Are you Martin Seamus McFly?
Yes.
Who wants to
We have a
know?
warrant for your detention.
Detention.
You've accrued over 15,000 demerits in the past 24 hours.
Nice.
Cool.
Is
Cool.
it, young Mr. McFly? Is being branded as a criminal of weak moral character cool?
I'm not weak.
But you are in a heap of trouble.
Trouble.
Oh my, yes. But don't worry, we're here to take care of you.
Like your
Oh,
Citizen
no.
Plus program took care of Biff?
Perhaps. The program is in need of new volunteers.
Volunteers.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves. First, let's see what Citizen Brown has to say about your particular strain of antisocial behavior.
You're taking me to Citizen Brown?
Immediately. Officers, away with him.
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
It's about time.
I always knew your goody two-shoes A-plus student act was too good to be true.
Alright, now we're gonna confront Doc at long last. I don't understand, if you hate dogs so much, if Edna hates dogs so much, why did she agree to have, like, Einstein's image up on that clock? I don't get it. Maybe it was more Doc's idea than Edna, but still. Really? Here's Doc.
Come in, citizen. Martin McFly, age 18, resident of Sector L, Father George, Mother Lorraine, president of the Junior Brown Brigade, recipient of a full-ride scholarship to Strickland College, winner of the Courthouse Challenge to Portman Award, 0 demerits until this morning. The obvious question, Mr. McFly, is, what happened to you?
What happened to you?
Jesus Christ, Doc, what happened to you?
Doc. Interesting. You regard me as a doctor, indicating awareness that you're suffering from some variety of mental disorder. That's a hopeful sign, Martin. Of course, I'm not actually a doctor, but I do have the tools to turn you around and put you back on the road to societal normalization. Shall we begin with a few questions to establish a baseline?
Fine. I'll play along for now.
Whatever. Let's get through this nonsense so I can set you straight.
You'll set me straight? Explain.
Aren't I supposed to be in this timeline? He's gonna think I'm crazy, but...
Yes! What you've turned into, it's all wrong. You're supposed to be a scientist, an inventor. You created the flux capacitor, and we went on all these crazy adventures in time, and your hair. You don't look good, Doc.
So you believe this interview is really more about me than you?
Yes!
You went to all this trouble just to deliver a message to me in person?
Yes!
A cry for help, as it were.
Yes! No, wait.
Tell me, Martin, is your mother on the sauce again?
What? Not from where I'm from.
Not where I come from. When I left here, both my parents were happy and well-adjusted. Okay, they didn't start out that way, but that's where your time machine comes in.
Here we go.
Time machine?
Yeah, Doc, listen to me. You don't remember it, but you built a time machine out of a DeLorean.
Why?
Dumb question. Why not?
Well, just for the hell of it, I guess. Plus, the steel frame of the DeLorean dispersal, I don't know. It was important for some reason.
Fascinating.
Yes, it is fascinating. It's amazing. It's incredible.
Talk about the past.
Because you've never invented it. You're
Talk
not
about the
real
past.
Doc Brown. You gotta believe me.
So he can prove it.
Because
everything got screwed up when I went back in time to 1931.
Sounds like this time machine is a very impractical and dangerous invention.
You made it.
Yes, I mean, no. What I mean is it's messed up a lot of things, but first, it made a lot of things better. Like my mom and my dad. It was only thanks to your time machine that they ever became successful and happy.
So they're happy.
But they're not, because you summoned me back in time, and somehow your timeline got messed up, and everybody else is along with it.
I see.
No, you don't. Think back. Don't you remember me? We knew each other when you were 18. I'm Harry Callahan.
Incredible.
You mean Corleone.
This case is more serious than I'd imagined. The boy has fabricated an alternate reality.
You gave the wrong name, Marty. You gave the wrong name. You're Corleone.
Believe me, I wish I had fabricated it.
Calm down, Martin. I'm not blaming you for anything. The failure is ours, not yours.
Oh, great.
Obviously, there was a drastic flaw in your social conditioning.
God, you don't understand.
Social
I
conditioning.
don't understand yet, but I want to. I want to get at the root of your problem. Keep talking.
Great.
Take your time. Look around the room. Perhaps something here will stimulate your memory.
Your imagination. Convince Brown to help you. Photo of
Okay,
Einstein.
take a look at this picture of Einstein here.
The dog. Harboring dangerous animals is a municipal offense.
Yeah, they told me. But you harbored this very same animal once, a long time ago. Remember the test run of your rocket car? Einstein landed on the roof of the
Exactly.
courthouse.
I do recall something of the sort, but naturally it couldn't have been the same dog.
There wasn't anything natural about it. Einstein's a time traveler too, thanks to your invention.
An impressively detailed illusion. Keep
But
talking.
it's right. But I'm right. Symbol.
I can't tell if it's a guy celebrating a touchdown or chained up in a gulag. Glass half full, Marty.
A touchdown.
Half full.
Or a gulag. Clock. You smoke? Smoking is legal? Oh, Doc Brown.
Something about that clock looks familiar. It's all the same stuff I saw on my dad's monitors. I think. The whole town is under surveillance.
Portrait.
So that's what Judge Brown looked like. I never actually saw him.
Of
He's
course
scary.
not. He died before you were born. He was my biggest supporter. After my wife, of course.
That's a
Edna.
switch. Last time I saw your younger self, you and your dad had just had a big falling out over your decision to become an inventor instead of a lawyer. Isn't that right?
Wow. I'm getting
Bizarre
to it.
fantasy life. Go on. Proceed.
Glad that you're being patient about all of this. I can just turn around and leave. No. He put up the invisible barriers. I cannot leave. Curse you, sexy evil maester. Curse you. File cabinets. Oh, fish tank. Clock window.
Wow, that is cool. The sound, it's kind of lulling. Right, wait, what was I doing? Look, Doc, I mean, citizen.
No. Focus outward, not on me. Use the objects in the room as points of reflection. I wish to observe your thought processes.
The fish tank.
Hey, this is your fish tank.
They're
Yes,
used for your
that is
machine.
my
For
fish
your
tank.
rocket.
It looks much
Rocket
better
powered drill.
without all the bacteria.
Right.
Edna just had it cleaned.
Yeah, but in 1931 it was full of bacteria that we used to make rocket fuel. Remember?
Stop trying to confuse me! My whole life has been dedicated to the practical use of technology to shape a more efficient, orderly society. Ask anyone. It's a fact. You can look it up.
You know better, right? Emmett?
Wrong. Do you see this picture? I keep it close by me to remind me of the moment when my life's course became clear. August 25th,
Uncle.
1931. The day I single-handedly captured
Single?
Kit Tannen, the scourge of Hill Valley.
Single-handedly?
Handedly.
And not incidentally the day I caught the eye of Edna Strickland, my scientific muse and the love of my life. Take a look. What you see there is a young man who understands his destiny.
That's not what I see.
What do you see?
Doc, are you gonna let me? Oh, this is creepy. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to you, Doc, but apparently there's filing cabinets over here.
Jeez, Doc sure has a lot of files. I don't have time to go through those. I'll just focus on what's out on display.
Alright. Why don't you show him something? Show him PDA demerit, Marty's guitar, contraband demerit, Marty's guitars, 1931 Carl Sagan, 1986 newspaper. Carl Sagan.
Remember this?
Carl Sagan escapes. June 13th, 1931. Yes, I remember the incident back when crime went unchecked in Hill Valley.
I'm the one who rescued him, and I did it with the help of your first invention, the rocket-powered drill.
The rocket-powered drill. Never worked. Failed and misguided contraption with a tendency to explode.
But you remember that you made it. You don't deny the fact that you actually made it. Like a scientist. Notebook.
Check this out, Doc. It's all your notes about the flux capacitor, your greatest invention.
It's in your
That can't be
handwriting.
my notebook. The handwriting is far too sloppy.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I just thought about that before he said it.
They don't need it. See this picture? In the other timeline, I've got a girlfriend who loves me.
Interesting. Subject's fantasy life also includes an imaginary girlfriend.
What? Oh, great. The timeline's catching up with me.
I don't know if this is going to help you at all.
See, this is my father back when he was a teenager. With your time machine, I went back to 1955 and helped him stand up to Biff.
Interesting. Of course, Mr. Tannen spent most of 1955 in our juvenile rehabilitation facility, learning to control his anger.
He did. No wonder my dad's still so lame.
Yeah. Hate to break it to you, Marty. This guitar. I don't think it's gonna make anything.
Maybe the song will remind you of something. Tell me, doctor, where are we going this time?
Yes, it does. It reminds me why we banned rock and roll.
That's awesome, Marty. That's awesome. What else can I shove in front of you?
If I'm gonna do anything with...
If I'm gonna do anything with the newspaper, I'm gonna recycle it. I know.
They don't need it. It's got my name on it. They couldn't do anything with this.
Alright, 1931 photo. Admit one, the virtuous husband. Emmett. Edna. Arthur McFly. Kid Tannen. One at a time.
I'm almost sorry we put Kid Tannen away.
We?
Yeah, come on. Don't you remember? You disarmed him and I trapped him in the rocket car.
No, that's not how it happened.
Looks to me like a kid who's all psyched about his new invention.
That's where you're wrong. Although my rocket car had accidentally captured Kid Tannen, it was also a widely impractical and dangerous idea.
I see
That would have triggered
Marty.
unimaginable consequences had I pursued it further.
Marty
Luckily,
and
Edna came along and channeled my newfound fame into more practical pursuits.
but Marty and Doc are in that photo, which I'm gonna get to last because I think that's the key.
Wow, I never noticed this before, but Edna definitely had the hots for you, didn't she?
Hots, yes. Edna was the first member of the fair sex to see something special in me.
She saw something all right, and she ran with it.
I feel like he was, well, I guess he was 18 at the time, and he was of age, and she was, okay, that's fine.
Remember
Arthur.
him?
Arthur McFly, your grandfather, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, you and I served a subpoena to him back in 31.
Preposterous.
You don't remember this, but you do.
Could that be? I think it is.
What?
It's me, and you, the other you.
It is me. And you. But how? Harry? It's impossible.
No, it's science. Your science, Doc.
In this other world, the one you say you come from, am I happy there?
Yes.
Very happy. You've got two great sons.
Sons.
Yes, and a fantastic wife.
Not
Not
Edna.
Edna.
Not even remotely. And your invention. Jeez, Doc, you can go anywhere you want to. Anywhere in time. You're the luckiest guy in the universe.
And what about Hill Valley?
Hill Valley. You know it's got problems. A little bit of urban decay here, a little bit of crime there. It's a normal city. People are happy, mostly. And even when they're miserable, they're not miserable like they are in your Hill Valley.
Stop! There
Uh-oh.
are no miserable people in my Hill Valley.
Give me a break.
What
You don't
are you
really
talking about?
My
believe.
citizens lead lives of order and peace. Nobody worries. Nobody complains.
That doesn't mean they're
Because
happy.
they're afraid to. Jeez, open your eyes, will you? You and Edna have got them all terrorized.
That's Mrs. Brown to you, Sonny.
Uh-oh.
Kindly address me as Your Honor. We worked for over 50 years, my wife and I. Every waking moment devoted to ridding Hill Valley of vice and disorder. And you dare to claim that our citizens are unhappy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do.
I've seen it. They're just too afraid to speak up.
Afraid? Afraid of what?
You.
Afraid of the consequences of their actions, Doc. You run this place like it's a police state.
Nonsense.
I can prove it.
All right then, time travel boy. You do that. And until you do, I'm going to treat your wild story as just that. A story told by a madman. And I'm
Really?
determined that the best treatment is simply to let the insanity run its course.
Really? You're not gonna do the Citizen Plus on me? Surprising.
So, is the interview over? Should I leave?
Please do. I'm very busy. I've got a city to run.
Fine,
Ed-
but I'll be back with proof.
I have to go back to my house. Edna, she sort of looks like the stepmother from Cinderella. Doesn't she kind of have that stepmother from Cinderella look to her? Alright, I need those tapes, Pop. I got
Doc
detention.
wants proof that Hill
How am
Valley
I-
isn't the perfect place he thinks it is. One smoking gun coming up. Dad!
Oh my gosh.
Pop out the tape, son. I think it's done rewinding.
Whoa,
What
whoa,
just
take it easy.
happened?
Sit here.
Guess
What
I
just-
blacked out for a minute there. Fell out of my chair.
Phil, nothing. Somebody whacked you.
Whacked me? Impossible. We take great pride in the fact that incidences of physical violence in Hill Valley have fallen to virtually
Who
Mhm.
did it? Can you tell me?
This can't be happening.
There's gotta be a clue around here somewhere.
Who could it be? Yep, there's a baseball bat.
Dad,
Was it Biff?
That's not one of our bats.
But
is
he
it?
would have gotten sick.
No. McFlys never use aluminum bats. Curious.
Oh, wait, don't touch it. It's evidence.
Of what?
Come on, Dad. Get with the program here.
Oh, why would anyone do a thing like that to a nice Sector L citizen like me?
Because they can.
What's the last thing you remember?
I was sitting right here, copying another incriminating scene onto my tapes. My tapes! What happened to my tapes?
Stay calm, Dad.
Are they on the floor? Do you see them? They're in a box marked raw footage.
Somebody stole them. And that's with the proof. Can I pick up the bat?
I should take this and serve a little payback. Second thought, cool your jets, Marty.
Serve a little payback. Come on. Things don't get too violent in a Telltale game until Walking Dead. Then from there, everything. Game of Thrones, Wolf Among Us. Everything lets loose.
It's not working. The monitor's dead. It's not working. The monitor's dead. The monitor's dead. It's not working.
Okay, Marty.
It's not working.
Is there anything else? Nothing else. Exit. Recycle. I think they went and stole it. Front door. Oh, the bug light's still there.
Attention, citizens! This domicile is in violation of...
Martin, I can't work with all that ruckus.
No. Bug light.
Effective against moths, mosquitoes, and tannins.
Squawk box.
I don't want to annoy whoever's on the other end of that thing.
Tape case.
Here it is. Raw footage.
Thank heavens.
You could have just turned around
Wait a
and
minute.
saw it,
You
Dad.
see, I told you were just jumping to conclusions. All these dark suspicions about thieves and attackers when all the time it was just...
Empty.
What?
There's no tapes.
But I'm sure they were in there before.
So they got
Before
stolen,
whoever
Dad.
was
Wake
waxing
up
with
and
the
smell
hand
the
and took
coffee.
Oh my gosh, I've been mugged. Mugged in Hill Valley. They can't get away with it. Oh,
Don't worry, Dad. We'll get to the bottom of this.
who could have done this to me?
I think it was Edna.
Who wouldn't want Doc to get the straight dope on Hill Valley? Edna!
Are you saying I was mugged by the mayor's elderly wife?
Not directly.
Not exactly. No.
Maybe
Oh,
one of
it's
her
no use.
accomplices.
The tapes are gone. All I can do is hope against hope they don't surface and land me in trouble.
Come on, Dad. We can't just give up.
I didn't think Lorraine would have done it. Mom did it. Mom did it. Let's look for more clues.
I mean, maybe there's some more clues around here.
What's the use? Even if we find out who took the tapes, we're not going to be able to get them back without attracting attention to ourselves.
So we're just gonna have to
There's
attract
gotta be
attention to
something we could
ourselves.
do to get our hands on those tapes.
Well, we can make new ones.
We can?
Sure. It may take a while, but if you're willing to help your old man out, it shouldn't take us more than, say, 6 months.
6
no.
months? But I need those tapes now.
You need the tapes.
What I mean is,
I'd hate for you to lose a lot of work.